remember our first date.
The novel says
What a perfect month it's been.
Don't get me wrong. The book... Aye, in all the right.
You know, I really don't think I've ever felt this way about someone.
Again,
there.
1 month.
But if you can see it, that means I've kind of lost it, right? Don't be mean, Connell. No, I don't
There, in the undergrowth. Unfriendly faces. Be ready.
I refuse. I really like what you're saying.
Finally, such a
Go
long
get our ball, Connell. I want to play. I thought it was your ball.
We redden our steel by the light of day in his name. You are our lamb, ready for slaughter. Lady Oren asked us to test you, but I think you'll fail. What say you, little lamb?
Can't afford to let up. On I go.
this murder be his sacrament.
Ah!
This'll help.
I speak, they burn.
Ready.
fragile. Listen now. You know us. Absolute will. Absolute power. Not much time left. This mind cannot bear us. Turns to liquid. Listen close. We learn. We grow. Loosen our clumsy bindings. Aid us. Necromancer dead. Changeling and tyrant remain at odds. Kill them. You have a place in my grand design. What happened? Why do I taste copper?
A long way to go still.
Where am I needed? That hit the spot.
Who are that lot? Need to report this. Need to get reinforcements.
Bloody hells! Who were that lot? And the captain? She's dead! I'd love to, thanks.
Down. You won't feel a thing.
Morgan, please. They're in public. Let's keep away from the book's racier parts.
Racing?
A theft has been reported, and it seems you're the only suspect. Choose your next step wisely. Your gold is not enough to buy your freedom. A prison.
Now, I personally love the book's setting. Twisty corridors, flickering candlelight. Oh, it's such compelling reading.
The pride of the gate.
These pimples are right. Bits of the book were downright naughty.
There is work to do.
Please! We're in public. Let's keep away from the book's racier parts.
Racer. More like juicy. A
A
very
hero at heart.
The book was a lot more lewd than its prequel.
Silence is gold.
Not a smart symposium. Now, I personally loved the book's setting. Twisty corridors, flickering candlelight. Oh, it's such compelling reading.
Nah, the book and sets were the best bits. If any book was, you know.
I'm with you. The novel's sense of intrigue was its finest point. Don't get me wrong, the book intrigued.
He's a big boy, supposedly.
After all that time in the room.
Must have been a hard walk from Altaran. I'll get used to it.
Joy in stone, compliments of stony and bony.
Not seen action like that in a while.
Those cultists are lucky they were on the other side of the wall. Reckon so.
Oi, you! Get in the bloody queue! How long do you think Master Pennygood expects us to wait? I'm bored already.
It's unusual for prey to supply the tools of its own butchery. Razors, scissors, nail files. So many cuts one couldn't make. And yet, such a fleeting window. But then, who am I to deny the auspices of destiny? For we are celebrating, Master Figaro. You have the delicious honor of being my crowning achievement. Your body is my ultimate gift to my lord, Bhaal. Together, we shall transcend. You see, Facemaker is a bold title to give oneself, Master Figaro. Especially when one's face can be unmade so easily. I will savor your final breath. Another witness to my sadness. Unfortunate.
The book was a lot more lewd than its prequels.
Please? We're the book brigade, not a smut
They won't see me
symposium.
They won't see me coming.
Now, I personally love the book setting. Twisty corridors, flickering candlelight. Oh, it's such compelling reading.
Nah, insects were the best bits. If any book really. No, I'm with Peppy. The novel's sense of intrigue was its finest quality. Don't get me wrong, the book intrigued me. In all the right ways.
Where am I needed?
Pictured my own young ones out there. No home, no shelter. I'm thinking about.
That's curious.
Same here. My knees are buggered already, never mind running after cultists.
I'm ready.
Refugees.
Yes?
Dreadful existence.
Maybe you could take a few in. Our mansion's big enough.
Do you think we could swim into the upper sea? Through the river,
Maybe. I don't know how closely they watch it. But there's probably crates and things down there to keep trash like us out.
Nah, you're right. And I'm not the best swimmer anyway.
Nowhere to run a business.
Gods know what else is down there and all.
Small enough even for street pups like you. Perhaps Dash will revive that grand tradition.
No lower city house can compare to a mansion.
What do you mean? What else is down there?
Right. Safest place in the city, too. I don't know. Magic, innit? I'm just saying, maybe there's a reason for that weird feeling of yours.
Sounds of life.
So you believe me then?
Stranger things have happened in Baldur's Gate is all I'm saying.
I made the right decision not to stay long.
Defender of the people.
Nowhere to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
Sharp as ever.
It's unusual for razors, but then you together, we shall turn a challenger. My lord tests me. This piteous hovel will be your grave challenger. Savor your final breath. Kill before becoming another witness to my sacrifice. How fortunate.
Spine I can't shake.
Nowhere to run a business, I say.
You sure it's not a trapped nerve?
I am, thank you.
Business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with clients. I say. Client. Run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
Heading there.
Run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a
Allow me to demonstrate.
I should have known it would be you. Thank you. If it had been the dwarf alone, we might have stood a chance. But these doppelgangers, they swarmed us. We were paralyzed before we even had the chance to fight back. I was heading that way after we last spoke, when I heard a commotion. I stepped in to see what was going on. It's not every day you have the chance to catch a killer in action. Not even in this profession. These killings aren't random. In fact, they seem to be part of some sort of test. That document you showed me before, the one with the victims' names on it, that was the briefing. The killers paralyze their victims, take their hands as an offering for Bhaal, and make it look like the cult of the Absolute was behind it all. It grants them access to a tribunal. From what I could gather, it's some sort of rite of initiation for aspiring cultists to prove their worth. And it's taking place beneath Candlehallow's tombstones. Like I said before, it's not something I can look into in an official capacity. But you... Technically, I haven't yet done an inventory of this crime scene. So if, something were to go missing from a corpse... It's not a place I'd ever heard of, if I'm honest. But rumor has it, there were some hidden cellars somewhere near the Elf Song. And I'll pick up where I left off. The upper city. When I'm done, I'll stop by the Basilisk Gate. If you've got anything...
Sure it's not a trapped nerve.
I am, thank you.
The password is... Sicarius. Let's beat feet to Candlehallow.
Elminster's not around, so it might as well.
Go for a good meal.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Where am I needed?
I must say, I'm damn lucky you showed up when you did. Can you believe what that monster was doing? I'll confess, it terrified me greatly. Can you imagine dressing entirely in red? Jests aside, thank you. You forever have my humblest gratitude and a most generous discount on my wares. In the face of such horror, I don't see that I have much choice. Now, how may I help you today? I sell anything and everything needed to cultivate your countenance. The best you'll find in Baldur's Gate. Certainly better than any dreck you'll pick up in Worm's Crossing. Very good, sir. Now remember, fashion's a fickle mistress, so be sure to return.
So you stopped queuing because you felt funny?
I mean, yes, mostly. Why did you stop queuing then?
I couldn't take standing in that godforsaken line a moment longer. Felt like I was going to faint.
Fair enough. And they'd probably chuck you in the river if you did.
Probably. Oh, unless...
The Gazette reckons Lord Gortash is the second coming of Baldurin. Yes, Cack.
Oh
Old Lady Whitburn, the mother-in-law, never comes down to the lower city. I'm glad I'm not such a snob.
You're just the sort that Lord Gortash warns us of. Just the sort he'll deal with. You will be, once order is restored.
Oi! Stop a moment. Right. You look harmless enough. The commander keeps an open house, so you may pass. I'm not a centipede. I'm a guard.
Make a habit of just letting yourself into people's homes, do you? My mother's not here, if that's who you've come to see. So you're not here to see her? Who are you then? Is a bold thief who would just stroll into the druid Jaheira's home? Still, time to turn around and go. She's alive? Who are you to her? A harper? Don't be too wounded. Up until this moment, she was missing. Presumed dead out in the Shadowlands. But she's alive. Everyone! She's alive! Bring her here, so we can kill her.
Greetings, sir. You have not been announced to this court, and we deign not to speak with thee.
Bring Mum back. It won't come to blows, whatever Ryan says. Probably it won't.
That's curious.
The Society of Brilliance has quite the reputation. Even Wardavian academics refer to their works from time to time.
They talk a great deal, but do very little. Which may be for the best.
It's peaceful.
I take it you're inclined to study the wonders of the Underdark?
Its inhabitants and cultures, maybe. Its fungi and cave slime. No, thank you.
Welcome to Lady Jannath's celebration of the arts. Lady Jannath is a dedicated patron of the arts. She doesn't care for status or wealth, human or dragonborn. If you have talent, she'll nurture it. Today's event is a public showing of many fine pieces she has commissioned. Decidedly not. I have more to do with dust brushes than paint brushes. I am Lady Jannath's butler.
Enjoy the party, sir.
Easy little serfs.
Remarkable brushwork.
Mighty woman upstairs. She kept whinging that her wine tasted.
It's your turn to throw the next.
No, you didn't. Just a bit of harmless workplace gossip. We all do it. How's life in the kitchens?
Piece of cake.
Lady Jannath, it's raw!
I wonder how much Ferelia wants for it.
I came all the way from the upper city for this little viewing of hers, and she's holding back on us. I know for a fact she has an original yap's worth hidden away. I've seen it.
The perfect shade.
You've wandered into a forbidden area. You sense it might be time to leave.
Standing out there all day.
Remarkable.
Don't you know not to interrupt your betters?
I'd recognize those mischievous eyes anywhere. The great art dealer, Vlemin. I love your work. You must be here incognito, scouting new talent. Fear not, your secret's safe with me.
A new face. How wonderful. Always good to see fresh interest in the arts. Please, enjoy the day. Just don't touch anything. Ah, you're a fellow collector. I see no harm in that. I've a few pieces gathering dust.
You're no longer a member of this staff.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mercer. It was an accident.
Lady Jannath. Unacceptable. If you wish to treat this like an alehouse, then go and work in one. Just like Lady Jannath.
You've set foot in a restricted area. A swift exit may be in order.
What's that?
One must be prepared at all times.
Be the sharpest on a lock of your hair.
Wonderful little beast. Nimble as anything. There was a squirrel in the tree. Marvellous creature. Inquisitive and nut-crazed. Give it time. I had to wait for... oh, I don't even know how long to catch a glimpse. You wouldn't happen to know where I live, would you? I see. It must have just slipped my mind. These things happen.
This is more than a lapse, you sense. Something's been done to the man's memories.
Well, I remember I was sad. But in truth, I'm not quite sure what caused it. I'm not even sure I know what sad is anymore. And I came from that building over there. They were very nice to me. Seemed very helpful. Though, for the life of me, I can't recall what I was doing there in the first place. There must be, you would think. You know, I can swear there is someone, but their name escapes me. Hells, even their face escapes me. A figment of my imagination, perhaps. Oh, it will come back to me. Or not. I'm content enough here, in either case.
Oh, gods. What if it is malevolent? What if it's out to get us?
It's big, isn't it? Are you really just looking for it?
Are you looking to get
Gift to be needed
snuffed by a
now.
steel watch?
I still need you. For every bite you take, they get a whole cake.
Do you ever think we should have had another one? Are the gods truly this petty?
It would have broken us back then.
But if we'd only made the effort, if we'd only pushed through.
I know, though. I think about it too. Remember when she fell down the stairs and split her chin?
I felt horrible about that one. Could barely sleep for a 10-day.
Couldn't wait to show off the scar.
Either watch or leave.
This dock is closed until further notice by order of Lord Gortash.
Form of our deceiver. Witness! For today, he adopts his greatest role yet. Today, Volo.
It's not a lie! If you would just listen, I could explain!
You have done quite enough explaining, Volotham Gadam. You have poisoned the very hearts and minds of these good, kind, gentle citizens with your lies, your delusions, your conspiracies. Though you hide behind a mask of stories, we have seen beyond the veil. We see what you really are. Fearmonger. Hear, hear! Attention seeker. Hear, hear! Agent of chaos.
Your parasite stirs in recognition. This man is infected.
What the hell's follow? Today, citizens, we rid ourselves of this cankerous sore. Today, we burn away all falsehoods. Today, we will be divided no longer, for today, we rise in truth.
Psst. Don't just stand there. Help me, goddammit! Help me!
We're not gonna let this happen, are we? Volo's... well, he's Volo.
The newcomer speaks, and speaks of evidence, and trials, and justice. And in so doing, they delay their very own salvation. Dear citizen, dear friend, rest assured you will have your justice. But I'm afraid the time for trials has passed. Now is the time for judgment!
No! Please! No!
Two steps at a time.
I'm ready. Moving.
Tread.
Making my move.
Can't give up.
My turn.
Want another?
Let my enemies fall.
My faith will guide me.
Defender of the people.
Let's fish small.
We can't go without you.
Fishing. It's the only solution. Trust me. Gods. I really thought I was done for. I suppose thanks are in order. Again, what's an heroic story without a little risking of one's neck, eh? And you know what they say, the bigger the story, the more people want to kill you for it. I'll tell you all about it. But not here. Too many eyes, ears, and weapons about. Meet me at your camp.
The blockade is risky business. Everybody pays.
I hate sending Lee packing the girls off without me. But if that smuggler can get them to Waterdeep and away from the Absolute...
This is life and death for me too, mate. You only get as many berths on my sloop as you can pay for. If I allow any freeloaders, my own crew will scrag me. Very well, I'll do it. Suppose I can find some way to make it good with the crew.
There's something off for that.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. I just couldn't bear to leave our girl's father behind.
We both know you sell it for twice that to the armory once the city's under siege.
My father always told me, Kate, commerce is like warfare. Fight for it like your life's at stake.
What? War is good for some businesses. What can I say? I got mouths to feed too.
Oh, Wave Mother, Queen of the Depths, hear me. Please carry Holly to her final rest in the deep wilds. Please. Sorry, are you here for Wave Servant Holly's funeral? Oh, it's already started. They're just inside. Yes. Oh, please, you're most welcome. We have much to be thankful for. May the Wave Mother smile on you as she did Holly.
Feeling fresh?
Gods. I thought it wise to make an offering to the Sea Queen before sailing out tomorrow. Wasn't expecting to find the servants so preoccupied. To the bottom of the sea, isn't she?
Not if she knows you've given her all. Better start paying the store now.
The celebration is in the main chamber. Praise Umberlee!
Can't chat. These offerings need to be stored before the next tide, or there'll be Allandra to pay.
The Wave Mother sees all. Even you.
When our time has come.
Rejoice, sisters, for Umberlee has blessed her humble daughter with a pure death. Her lips blue with her kiss, her lungs full of her quenching word. Umberlee's mercy saved her from a slow, sinking death in the beast's shadow. How dare this beast sully the safety of Grey Harbor? We will find its master and send him struggling into the bitch queen's embrace. Not a sweet sleep like Holly's, but a suffocating flood of fruitless garbs and bursting flesh. You, supplicant, what tribute do you bring to honor the Wave Mother's fallen daughter? Yes. Then you know as well as Umberlee that blood must soon be shed. Your tribute is well received. Breathe deep as she permits. Yes. Thank the Wave Mother. Blessed Umberlee saw fit to spare her an ignoble death. But her passing was not as the Wave Mother intended. It was a beast who took her life. An unnatural one whose very existence is an affront to Umberlee. A wretched metal monstrosity hewn by hubris. A rusting pollutant that bleeds black blood into Umberlee's pristine waters. The beast struck Holly while she was swimming in Grey Harbor. She was found by some fishermen. She would have suffered a terrible, agonizing death had Umberlee not bestowed upon her the mercy of drowning. The Queen of the Depths is generous to those who serve her, and her favor is far less deadly than her wrath. Find the master of this poisonous beast and slay him. Then one of her most precious gifts shall be yours. We haven't found its lair as yet. Perhaps you can find where the beast takes its slumber and skewer it before it wakes. Salt kiss your brow. We await your return and the Beastmaster's demise. Furious and merciful Umberlee, hear our prayer. Flood the world with your word. Subsume us utterly.
Would that everyone knew the Wave Mother's favor.
Oh, Umberlee, hear us. Umberlee, bring your daughter home.
Sing in Umberlee's name. Pray.
I long for such a beautiful death.
Feel the joy of Umberlee lap against your soul.
Glorious.
Umberlee hears us and rejoices.
For this injustice, leave its master, a bloated carcass in the spume.
They don't play nice.
buy it at the fish market. You hear these mooks trying to tell me about fishing? I've been fishing here all my life.
I think I'm afraid of you, Swamp.
Important things to worry about. O'Hara, something salty breeze. Swallowed a load of water.
Do you think we could have saved Holly?
You look lost. The stairs behind you will take you back up to the temple. All right?
You shouldn't be down here. This place is off limits to lay people.
You don't have permission to be here. You're about to be ejected.
That's curious.
Don't worry. Big liar's just pulling your leg.
I'm not. It was a sahuagin. Big as life, all fangs and fins.
Sing, sisters. Sing in Umberle's name. Praise her for this most holy death.
There's nothing for you up here, Flotsam. Back downstairs you go.
Pour fury upon the beast responsible for this injustice. Leave its master, a bloated carcass in the spume.
Floodtide is the Umberland holy day celebrating the arrival of the winter storms with the sacrifice of a withered crone.
All of it. 500 gold. At least 100 in coin.
That's harbour robbery.
Oh, Brando Bearish curse me. I should have taken that deal the first time it was offered at half today's price. Oh, I'm a sap.
I was this close to landing that deal. Next time, for sure.
Fishy.
What? How much for the salt
Of course they do. They're fish. This catch is spoiled. You'll have to wait for the next boat.
That's harbour robbery. Look, it's all black stuff.
Can't talk. Bloody oil's gummed up my nets.
You'll have to wash them all. Marek will never let you sell.
In the aftertaste.
The delightful colour. Yellow with this, and twice as
What a gift we needed now.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Lodge of the Society of Brilliance.
Well met. I am the Society's leading expert on myconid spore telepathy. But I've had to delay my experiments. Run out of spores, you see. Oh, I miss them, those myconid spores. I don't feel quite right without them. Probably shouldn't have inhaled them all so quickly. Eh?
Ah, a surface dweller. You find yourself in the cradle of all knowledge relating to the Underdark. The Society of Brilliance. Tell me, what can the Society do for you? A wonderful research partnership. I'm sure you'll agree. They are upstairs if you wish to share any theories with them. I assure you, we are as well provisioned an institution as any other you'll find in this city. We simply prefer to keep our wealth away from areas of study. One must stay humble in order to achieve true academic rigor. Yes, dear Lady Esther, one of our most reliable contractors. Though unfortunately, this particular request was too much even for her. Once the dust has settled on this whole invading army mess outside the walls, I'll find another contractor. Perhaps they will have more success. Was there anything else? I should really get back to my research. Feel free to explore the lodge. Our knowledge is here for the common good, after all. The implications of my theory are...
Why can't... So much Underdark strife comes from vying for scarce minerals. I seek to invent new, easier ways to find such ores. From plenty comes peace. And be passionate about...
Once I publish my paper, proving that it's just hyena mite infections that make gnolls so angry, I'll be famous.
My surface-dwelling friend, how long has it been? I am glad to see you well. I see your tadpole remains in its state of suspension. Your case has set us on quite the detour from our planned expedition work. We've thought about very little else. In the field seeking further subjects for study, though it has been gone for longer than I anticipated. After observing the nature of your tadpole's stasis, we felt it wise to report back to the Society. Omeluum went out into the city to seek out further undeveloped infections like yours. But I have heard nothing since. I admit, I'm somewhat concerned. We are usually sticklers for updating one another on our progress. Omeluum believed the answer to this riddle lay within the city walls, and held some connection to the cult of the Absolute. I had the distinct impression it was intentionally keeping its hypothesis from me, as though even the theory would be enough to put me in danger. Why that would be, I can only theorize myself. It is rather outside my area of expertise. Omeluum is most likely safe and well, and simply absorbed in its work. However, it would put my mind at rest to confirm it if you happen across its path. Naturally, the Underdark provided us with some most unusual salvage. Plenty to keep an inquiring mind busy. Research on the surface stops at what they call night. I still can't get used to that. quite ready for you.
Blade at the ready.
It's in the back of the throat.
To
It's
think
hard
that
to
I'm both
explain,
brilliant
but
and
I'm happier when I'm around Omeluum.
Why can't a man be passionate about minerals?
Everyone will want spores.
Stories, get right here! The printing block has never been so hot. You can't just confiscate my cargo deal. Where's your authorization?
Whoa, whoa, mate. This is the last place you need to be. Clear off, yeah? Two words. An idiot gets between them and their shipments. Why didn't you lead with that? I trust you're gonna balance the books too, yeah? Oh yeah, weapons, drugs, bit of fire wine, you know, the usuals. Pleasure as always. Better clear it out before the fish get here. You know how they are.
They can't have sailed off without us, right?
Better roll. I'll run out of coin. Stay long.
I'd kill. These city brews ain't got much pride to them. What a charmer. Icy stripes.
Spots. I'm starting to think they forgot about us.
They'd better not. They haven't even
I ain't seen no new ships in a while, though.
off without us, right?
Sharp as ever.
I'll run out of coin if I stay here and take
Kill for a pint of mermaid's breath. These city brews ain't got much bite to them.
this war on our asses, will we? Sounds worse than it is. You've got my vote.
That's oil. And it's leading right inside.
Please. I need to get this done.
Bit busy, mate. We need to get these cleared before the next shipment arrives. Why don't you sit down for a bit?
Won't win this war on our asses, will we? Sounds good to me. Can't go aboard then. Try for a better price in Waterloo. That's brilliant, Cadigan. You've got my vote.
Should have docked her under one of those cranes and let the pulleys do the lifting.
The crane.
Blast it. This cargo's heavy as lead. And I've got lumbago issues.
Let's get the cargo sorted for unloading. Sprightly now.
Some of these crates are heavier than I feel good about lifting.
My last decent mate joined the Flaming Fists. Now I'm stuck with these two lugs.
I think by the rules we're entitled to a break.
Trust me, I've read the articles forwards and back.
When do I get a break from your wine?
Something over there.
Comply, citizen. I'm going to call for the customer.
That's getting me nowhere.
Sounds worse than it is. I'll be all right.
Helm's glory! The finest Marsember ice wine, and these fists want to confiscate it? I doubt their palates would even appreciate it.
without us, right?
Better roll. I'll run out of coin. Stay here again longer than I have to.
These city brews ain't got much bite to them.
I'm going to call for your supervisor.
If it ain't bad genes, it's too many years of salt in the eyes. Can't see further than a gull can shet.
Look for striped sails, they said. Every other ship's got stripes on its sails. Like asking us to look for a fish with a tail.
Is that the endless miracle?
No, cock. It ain't got stripes on the sails.
Aren't those stripes? I see stripes.
Those.
Let's not hang around. The Fist have their hands full, but that doesn't mean a patrol won't come sniffing.
Very funny. I'm telling you, there's something off about it.
Gold, at least 100 in coin.
That's half a robbery. Look, it's all black stuff.
We both know you said.
I'm not surprised. The water's been grimy as anything recently. Haven't had a clean catch in a 10-day or more.
I'll go 600.
You'll have to wash them all. Marek will never let you sell them like that.
1,000 gold, all in cash, no notes.
So, a pleasure doing business with you, sir.
Wonder what's causing it.
I've fished these waters my whole life. Never knew. Something's going on down there. I bet my net on it.
See the city? Up on the hill.
It's up there and we're down.
As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
Damn ox again. I feel stalked.
So you stopped queuing because you felt funny?
I mean, yes, mostly. Why did you stop?
Clanking great steel watches.
I couldn't take
Bloody hate them.
God forsake.
No matter what the mouth says.
Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? Oh,
I brought my own paring knife.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
So, Gale's agreed to be a good boy and hand the crown over to Mistra. I can't say I would have made the same call, but each their own.
It is splendid to see you again, my friend. If you hadn't saved me from that mob, I'd be penning a guide to the afterlife based on first-hand experience. Perhaps you would hazard a guess as to why the mob turned on me? Pish-posh! That strutting tyrant has a long reach and a steel fist, but he's a puppy dog compared to the real horror that haunts our streets. The Lord of Murder has returned. As he did 100 years ago, Bhaal has set his accursed sights on Baldur's Gate. And his temple runs red with the blood of the innocent. Oren is his chosen. And like Sarevok before her, she is able to take on the savage form of the Slayer. If the Slayer is not stopped, it will slaughter every living thing in this city. As one of those things, I'm particularly eager to stop it. And there is a way. I have a study of the beast, penned by the wizard Irenicus himself. It contains all the knowledge needed to slay the Slayer. Now I just need a brave adventurer, willing to face Bhaal's chosen, and to put the knowledge into practice. Wonderful! I can scarcely think of anyone more suitable. It will serve you well. A study of the Slayer, penned by John Irenicus. It's one of a kind, so do try to keep it away from the inevitable bloodbath, The Dream Eater. It is said the children of Bhaal are claimed throughout their sleep, ever disturbed by visions of a life of bloodshed and terror. Once they have seen too much, once these dreams drive their minds to break, they are beset by the Slayer. It is a beast of unspeakable violence that consumes all in its path, including the soul of the one who is host to it. A genius, exiled from his home in the elven paradise of Soldanessala, when he attempted to seize the power of life itself, he instead turned his magnificent mind to murder on a grand scale. That is how he came to crave the power of the Bhaal spawn. He saw them not as living things, but as tools for his own machinations. In the end, though Irenicus took the form of the Slayer for himself, it was a Bhaal spawn who thwarted him, the same that saved Baldur's Gate. Quite so. I was rather hoping you'd gathered all the rest of the adventuring paraphernalia yourself. You'll need every advantage. I am a living witness to Bhaal's defeat those 100 years ago. So I know your battle against him is not futile. He can be stopped, but not all of those who stood against him survived. And those who did were never the same again. I wish you luck, my friend. And I hope that when I see you again, you'll be in one piece. 2 or 3 at most.
Wow. Gale is the chosen of Mystra. Congrats to him, I think. Hope he knows what he's doing. We haven't fared very well with other chosen so far.
Gale is a better man than most, to choose what is right, even after what Mystra asked of him. Me? I think I would have tugged the great goddess's hair a bit first. Ah. You've wandered far in my absence. And now you come to march me to the gallows, is it? Come on, then. Likely you have some pointed questions. But you shall have to get in line behind my dear, dear daughter.
Gale reminds me of the Vremyonoi of my homeland. The man-mages of Rashiman. While the girl folk go on to rule as Wiklarin, we've touched boys were hidden away. Trained to work their craft in silence and secrecy. It is an old custom, not well observed. In truth, I thought it born of caution, after some catastrophe wrought by wizardly menfolk of old. Now I wonder if it was not done to hide them from Mystra, and the snares she sets for young and prideful boys, Oh, this suggests that Mystra has never tempted a witch into foolishness. Not that I would blaspheme by suggesting otherwise. I forget why I began this long and winding story. Yes, Boo, we have been spending too long around the wizard. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. Well, Boo, explain yourself. Clear enough? Boo has a way with words that we lack. All that space in the cheeks, I am thinking. Can you not? Do you not see his noble bearing? The deep wells of wisdom that are his eyes? Boo speaks of much. Perhaps one day, you will be ready to listen. There is nothing jestful in the bond between a ranger and his companion. Before Boo, I was a typical berserker of Rasheman. Duty-bound and full of my own seriousness. The problem with one so gazing of their navel, however, they are easily ambushed. Brigands split my skull like a sodden wineskin. It was as I recovered that Boo first appeared. He told me that I had felt the great poking finger of justice, marking Minsk as its champion and Boo as my guide. As for the headache, well, justice cannot always afford to be gentle. Do not be ridiculous. If any of us is chosen by the gods, it is obviously Boo. Now, shall we away?
It seems Gale has made amends with Mystra. I see this as a good omen for what awaits us.
It seems Gale has made amends with Mystra. Good for him. Though, I don't see any such reconciliation between myself and Shah anytime soon. If you're sure. Fine. I'll be...
The cub speaks. As you wish.
Go ahead. I'm listening. I question the wisdom of that. I'll be here in the...
What can I do for you, my friend? Darling, lead on.
To the upper city. Through the river, I mean.
Maybe. I don't know how closely they watch it. But there's probably crates and things down there to keep
trash like us out.